Does the rules allow for takebacks? I saw a video by the Decked Out team that involved this card that I've never seen before. Now, I'm not going to get into the exact interaction because you should watch their video because they put out some really good stuff. It involves you attempting to cast a spell, but then it becoming illegal and reversing that action. Now, all the information in that video was, as far as I know, correct. But technically, you could do this with anything that you put onto the stack. I could announce that I'm casting Lightning Bolt, but as long as I don't have any floating mana in my mana pool, I could choose not to pay for it and reverse the action. Because a player is never forced to activate mana abilities, even if the cost is mandatory. So during the spell casting process, I don't have to activate any mana abilities. And if I don't comply with the requirements of casting a spell, then we have to reverse everything back to the point before I cast it. But this will start falling into a realm which is not an area of my expertise, which is policy. The MTR, or the Magic Tournament Rules, is a guideline for the more social aspects of the competitive side of Magic. And the IPG, or the Infraction Policy Guide, gives you a guideline of what to look out for and how to handle these things. But basically it's considered cheating if someone intentionally tries to break the rules and try to gain an advantage out of it. Which is a little tricky sometimes because players are allowed to make mistakes and they can reverse some decisions. A lot of it comes down to intent, so even something like using a player's reaction to gain some sort of advantage could be grounds for cheating. So did the Decked Out team give you information on how to cheat? Well, no. With that interaction, there is a possibility for you to be able to cast that spell. And really, your opponent has the keys to drive this situation. They could make the choice that is most beneficial for them, which probably doesn't give you any kind of advantage. So don't worry, the Decked Out team are not cheaters. Now, with the Lightning Bolt scenario, is that considered cheating? And that depends. If a player says, I want to cast Lightning Bolt, actually, never mind, then that's okay. But if a player casts Lightning Bolt, sees your reaction, and says, actually, never mind, then that could be considered cheating. It all depends on the context of the scenario, the intent of the player taking their action, and that they're trying to gain an advantage out of it.